for black girl nerds.
Hi, Micheál. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and you pronounced my name right. Wow, I'm flattered.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. Just to get us started off, what was it like to be in the film with your dad?
It was a special experience. We're friends, so on set there was a lot of hanging around and just like um, just not talking about acting things, just really yeah, enjoying ourselves, but then also being able to watch this heavyweight film star work for my first time was it was cool and like a good learning experience.
Nice. And I think that's a really good segue into asking, is the father-son relationship of the characters similar to your own father and son relationship?
No, I'd say it was different. At the start of the film, you see that Jack and Robert really dislike each other, and ultimately you find out because it's just how they dealt with their mother's passing, his wife's passing, and there's the resentments they held towards each other. So we never really had that. We're very close, but in the same way, yeah, at the end of the film, they very much do love each other and become friends. So towards the end of the film, that's what I could relate to.
Nice. And what are some ways that you prepared to play Jack?
A lot, I worked with this amazing dialect coach named Joan Washington, and she really, really helped me nail this British accent down. And I got to work with James. James had written this for himself 10 years ago, so he had a very strict sense of what he wanted this character to be like. So when we worked together, it was a lot. It was a lot around that, a lot about the tempo, the pace of the character, and also the sort of witty sense of humor that the English have. Yeah.
Very nice. And would you say that it was a really incredible experience to be able to kind of have this film introduced maybe a few years ago as a screenplay and see it all come together?
I mean, that's yeah, it was one of my first big journeys as like working on film. So the whole process from reading the script to meeting the director and then the year gearing up to it, it was like it was exciting and I was anxious at times and nervous, but then getting on set and meeting the people and getting along with everybody so well and feeling comfortable and then ultimately telling this beautiful story in Italy, which is like a vacation in itself. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, definitely. And also, I just wanted to ask, did you have a favorite, scene or just cast moment while you were filming?
Um, when we were there are so many. There are a lot. I would say one of them too is it was a scene when we were all in the jumping into the lake, into the pond, and I'm on this like tire swing, and they didn't want me to do this stunt. This little stunt going on a tire swing into the pond. I was like, guys, you gotta let me do this, like, please. Um, Ultimately, there was this amazing stunt coordinator and stuntman, Italian guy, who came on and did it. It made it look so much more. I mean, it was a tiny stunt, so nobody should notice. But so watching all of that and also jumping into that little pond that was freezing, so having to, play around in this freezing cold pond with a wetsuit on, it was an interesting experience.
Very nice. And this will be my last question. So, what does it mean for you to have the film being seen by the public soon?
What does it mean to me?
Hmm.
I it's a special moment. I think the story, what it deals with grief and losing a loved one, which I feel like a lot of people have experienced. And a lot of people, including myself, are intrigued and don't really know how to necessarily grieve. It's a journey. So hopefully ones that have lost somebody in their life or can relate, they come out of this feeling enlightened and uplifted in some way, and hopefully closer to their loved ones.
Okay, thank you so much, Micheál. And is there anything that I didn't ask that you'd like to mention?
Nothing except just go enjoy Made in Italy.
All right, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.